Well, hello everybody. My name is Mark Anderson and I want to talk to you a little bit about the death wobble in my John Deere M steering. I've got the tin off, as you can see from the little bit of the tractor that you can see there. And I've discovered that inside the steering box up here, the stud that rides in the worm gear is worn practically flat. Let me show you what a new one looks like. I'll take it out of the plastic here. If I can get it out. John Deere plastic is pretty strong. There's the new stud. It rides like this in the worm gear, and as you turn the steering wheel, it turns the stud moves the vertical shaft right and left, and that's what does your steering. Well, the stud in the tractor is worn so flat that there's so much play that the steering wheels, the front tires do a dance once you get going a little bit in fourth gear, and you have to actually physically stop the tractor dead and start it out again to get the wheels to stop wobbling. So we're going to replace this. I'm going to take off the top of the steering box. There it is. There's the top of the stud. You can see the worm gear down inside there. Top of the stud, and you can't really see it very well, but the worm gear down in there is flat where it rides in the worm gear. My job is to replace that stud. Don't ask me what I'm doing, I'm just experimenting here. The weld appears to be cracked. Yep, and that stud is driving out. I need 3 hands, one to hold this up, one to hold a punch, and one to tap on the punch. How do I do that? There's a punch. Well, it basically dropped out the bottom. I don't know if I can wrestle that thing around in there. Drop it down into the bottom of the steering box, perhaps. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how not round the part that rides against the worm gear is. Oops, sorry. Isn't that something? The bottom end of this has been welded and it's a little bit chewed up. And I think I need to grind off. I still think I need to grind off this flat surface right here. Grind this flat, so that the new one will be able to push all the way up and seat itself against this edge. So I need to grind that. I need to stuff rags in here to keep the metal debris out, Pardon me. I may be a little bit overly sensitive about this, but I'm going to stuff some rags down in there. All right. Trying to set my rag on fire. I wonder how far down I'm going to have to grind it to get a round hole. Farther than I've gone so far, I guess. Well, hello everybody. It's been a couple weeks since I have started working on this steering issue with my John Deere M. I was not able to get the nut or to get the yoke off the bottom of this vertical shaft. this shaft here. It goes down through the tube. There's a nut on the bottom. I got the nut loose, but I have not been able to get the yoke separated from the bottom of this shaft. However, I've been fooling around with this a little bit right here, and there's the new stud, and it's so close to going in this hole that I'm going to actually work on this a little bit and see if I can't possibly get that in there without moving that yoke at the bottom. I'm going to pry up on it and manipulate it and let the camera run while I fool around with that. So close. Whoops. So close. Turning the steering wheel, the steering shaft, to get that slot lined up so the stud can drop down into it. Boy, it wants to go up in there. Yes, it does. Rats. I'm going to turn the wheels a little bit so that this angles over a little bit this way. There's a gap on the bottom of this. I don't know if it's from the welding or if it's designed that way, but there's a little, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little space carved up in the bottom of this casting that I might be able to work that stud through. Almost looks like it's there on purpose. Let's see if I turn these wheels just a little bit. Did I do it? Did I get it up in there? I did. I don't know if you can see the moment, but that stud is up in the hole without me having to take the yoke off the bottom. Hooray! That was a long time coming. I hardly know how to act. I got it up in there. It's not going to turn the wheels until the cover is on and provides down pressure here, because if you turn the steering wheel, it just pops that stud up and out. So that's required. I'm going to put some gear oil in there to start. See if it stays in there or just runs out the bottom. And we'll see how long it takes for that to run out the bottom of the tube. I know there's an oil seal down there, but I don't know how good it is. Here is my new gasket for this. It was $12 or $15, I guess, all said and done. Okay, here is the cover. Turn this down until it makes contact. Well, that's it, everybody. The John Deere steers again. It's great to have the steering capacity back, and I can go in fourth gear and not have it wander all over the road or wobble itself to death. If you have any questions, please give me a shout. Or you can give me a shout on email, mark@legacyvoiceovers.com. And that's it. Hope you're having a great day. Talk to you next time. Bye.